Hello, this is the second video for Math0302 beginning algebra sections 3 and 4. In this video we're going to start out by factoring 15x squared minus 22x plus 8. Before I do anything, I need to make sure there's no common factor. Okay, so we're going to look here. 15, 22, and 8 share no common factors, so there's no coefficient. X squared, x, and nothing, well, that means no coefficient there as well. No. Let's use bottoms up. Take this 15, bring it over here, and multiply by the 8. Off to the side, I'm going to write down what that is. That gives me x squared minus 22x plus 15 times 8, which is, well, 5 times 8 is 40. Carry the 4. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 4 is 12. So that'd be 120. Now the question is, what multiplies, Now the question is, what multiplies to 120 and adds to 22? Okay. Well, to get this, you might not be able to figure that out off the top of your head. So I'm going to start down by writing down the factors of 120. The factors of 120 are 1 and 120. Added together, that's 121. That's not it. 2 and 60. That's not it. 3 and 40. That's not it either. 4 and 30. That's not it. 5 and... what is that? 2, 10, 2, 4, 24. 6 works. 6 and 20. 7 does not go into it. 8, well, does 8 work? If we do an 8 here, that gives me 1, 4, yeah. So it's 8 and 15. 8 plus 15 is 22. That doesn't quite work. How about 9? Well, let's see. 9 and 9 goes into 12 one time. 3, 0. No, 9 doesn't work. How about 10? Well, 10 works. 10 and what? 12. 11 doesn't work either, which means that these are all of the factors of 120. Notice that 1 plus 120 is 121. That doesn't work. 2 plus 60 doesn't work. 3 plus 40 doesn't work. 4 plus 30 doesn't work. 5 plus 24 doesn't work. 6 plus 20 doesn't work. 8 plus 15 doesn't work. But 10 plus 12 is 22, and that works. That means that the factorization over here is, well, we're going to have an x here and an x here. This is addition, which means they're the same sign, and that's what sign they are. So they're both minus. We're asking ourselves what multiplies to 120 and adds to 22. Well, that'd be 10 and 12. Okay, now, this is only the factorization to this problem. It is not the factorization to the original. But notice that to get this last term of 120, I multiplied it by 15, so I'm going to divide both of these by 15. And I'm going to simplify. So 10 divided by 15, divide them both by 5, gives me 2/3. And 12 divided by 15, divide them both by, say, 3, that gives me 4/5. Okay. Now, anytime you have a denominator, the bottom comes up in front of the x. So that means that the factorization of the original problem is 3x minus 2 times 5x minus 4. And here's your answer. Now, a couple of things. We can check to make sure that this is correct by doing this multiplication. 3x times 5x is 15x squared. Good. Negative 2 and negative 4 make positive 8. Fantastic. But it's the middle term that usually gives us the trouble. So negative 2 times 5x is negative 10x, and 3x and negative 4 is negative 12x. Add these up gives me negative 22x. Notice that's the middle term, so we know that that actually checks out. Also notice this kind of looks like a smiley face, so this is what I call the smiley face check. Okay, also notice that over here we could have simply gone to this if we had thought about 10 and 12 to begin with immediately, but a lot of people probably wouldn't go there immediately. It's always okay to write down what number you're looking to factor and write down all of its factors. And then ask yourself, in this case, what adds to be 22. So the 1 plus 120 definitely wasn't it, 2 and 60 and yada yada yada. All the way down until we finally got to what we wanted, the 10 and the 12. Okay, now notice that if it had happened for the 3 and 40, like if this middle one was a negative 43 instead of negative 22, I would have just stopped right there. There'd be no reason to keep going. Okay, so just be sure to just keep going until you get the numbers that you want. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and in the next video we will just continue factoring. I'll see you in a second.